Good morning. Happy Friday. I am so happy that it's Friday. It's been a long week, but true to form, I guess in similar fashion as I did the last time, I wanted to put out just a 48-hour update after, my second vaccine. As I've said before, I received the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. Comes in 2 injections, 21 days apart. And day 21 for me was this past Wednesday, January 13th. The actual process was a little bit more controlled than it was the first time. I feel like when I first went, it was, a little chaotic. They had just informed, people kind of like not out in, in the open, like not via Facebook or anything that like, the mass media would see, but they were informing via other channels, such as healthcare provider emails, if you have a license to the state of Florida, stuff like that. And so it was a little bit more chaotic, but basically, my last name is Davis, obviously, so I had the first available time slot between 7 and 9 to where I went back, and it was a lot more organized. So I got it on Wednesday morning around 8 a.m. So it really is like a good 48 hours later, and I had a lot less symptoms with the second one, which I was surprised about because, data shows that you're going to have more symptoms after the second one, right? Like, if you have an allergy to something, the first time that you're exposed to it, your reaction might be mild, but the second time you're exposed to it, you might go into anaphylactic shock because it's like your body, the first time you're exposed to something, your body kind of doesn't know if it's good or bad, and then after it feels it out and if it realizes, oh no, this is a threat, then it'll have a response. But like the second time you get exposed, now it's like, no, we're ready. So you'll have usually will have a much more significant response the second time. But I actually, like the first day, I did have arm pain sooner, so like a couple hours after my shot, I had I couldn't lift my arm. Okay. And it was like an annoying kind of throbbing pain. And then yesterday I woke up with a headache, neck pain, and a little bit of arm pain, but I could lift my arm, and it was like getting better actually the second day, which didn't happen for me the first day. Again, like I was in a car accident, I forget when, I think it was like 2017 or something, and so since then I've had like back issues. Headaches come from those neck and back issues. It's like a radiating, muscle type of thing. So I, maybe that's why I had a headache. I don't know. It could have just been because my immune system was kind of ramping up, with this thing as well. So I'm not going to say it had nothing to do with it either. But yeah, I feel fine. Today's 48 hours later, and I have no, I feel like I got a shot in my arm, and that's pretty much the extent of the pain that I have in my arm. Other than that, I feel great. I've had less symptoms with the second one, thank God, praise Jesus, because I was worried about that I would have more symptoms with the second injection, but I haven't. So everything is really good. I did want to say I've had a lot of actual confrontational people outright tell me crazy stuff, oh, you're filled with poison, or just coming at me or attacking me for my decision to get the vaccine, and just kind of making their statement of how against it they are. And that's cool, but I'm not bashing anybody over the head for this thing either. So I feel like people need to make their own decisions, and I I feel like those decisions need to be educated. If you have no idea what the science for these things look like, don't go out there bashing it. And this is just my, my bunny trail, my rant for the day. The people that are outright like attacking me for my decision to get the vaccine, not so educated, not gonna lie. And I know that, and so it's easy for me to kind of put it aside. But do your research, look at the data. Don't look at news articles from journalists that might be amazing at their job, but not for nothing, they're not scientists. So, and they're not in the medical profession. It was amazing and sad at the same time to see lines of physicians and nurses, to get this vaccine because they know the danger that they're in. That's the type of people that you want to be listening to, not because they got the vaccine, but because they understand, all the different aspects of the disease itself, and they understand the science that went into the vaccinations. There's a lot of, journalism happening right now with a lot of different things. And, journalists didn't go to school for medicine. They didn't go to school to be scientists. They want to write a story, and they want it to spread, and they want it to, they want to be published, and that's their goal. And they're doing a really good job at that in this season about everything. So, do your research. And when I say do your research, I mean there's medical journals out there. There's things that are published, and people have access to actual medical knowledge. Might be a little bit hard to understand if you don't know, if you're not familiar with the verbiage that's used, but ask people that do know, about those things. Don't take what your friend's mother's godson told you to heart. Be your own person, do your own research for your own health, be proactive. And that's just in anything, so anyways, that's my rant. Sorry, I'll get off my soapbox, but I will say, I don't have weird, crazy arms growing out of places they shouldn't be. I still have 2 arms, 2 legs, 10 fingers, 10 toes. And we'll see. We'll see what this thing looks like in the future, But there are other vaccines using the same science that have been around for years and years and years, with no red flags, with no major side effect profiles that are alarming. So, anyways, happy Friday, y'all. I am so happy it's Friday once again. Thank God, TGIF. But be safe. It's crazy. I love you all. And hit the share button. Let's get this information out there that people are surviving the COVID-19 vaccine. But anyways, talk to you later. Bye.